guys, it's Emily, and recently I made a few important decisions in my life, and I figured that what I learned that caused me to make these changes might be useful to some of you who are going through similar situations. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the 3 signs that I experienced that made me realize it was time to change my major. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background on me, all throughout middle school and high school and most of public school, I've always been a really good robot. I mean a test taker. No, I mean student. Yeah, I think that's what they're calling it nowadays. Basically, for the last 7 years, I was just focused on doing my work, getting good scores, getting good grades, I didn't really take the time to sit down and think about what I wanted to do with my life. Then when it came time to choose a major, to be completely honest, I just picked one that I was kind of interested in, but more so I figured it would be high paying, my friends were doing it, and that maybe after 10 or 20 years of working, I would have enough money and I could take free time and go do things that actually interest me and that would be fun. Now I'm going to tell you about the 3 things that made me realize that that is not okay. Number 1, so I was checking my subscriptions and I happened to watch this video.
Life tip number 1, don't.
And the first thing I thought of was my major. I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. Big thank you to Tyler for setting off this chain reaction of making me realize that I just wasn't happy. Number 2, so at Playlist Live, I got to meet a whole bunch of people and make new friends, and in particular, on Saturday, I got to hang out with Mark and Annushka. Within the first few minutes of getting to know each other, I had a conversation with Annushka that went a little something like this. Hey, I'm Annushka. Hey, my name is Emily. Blah 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 blah. So what's your major? Mechanical engineering. You sighed. Oh, huh. So it didn't really hit me right away, but over the next few days I kept playing it back in my head, and I was suddenly like, oh, I did sigh. Sighing. That's not good. That's not good at all. After a couple weeks of having a mini existential crisis over a sigh, I looked myself in the mirror and said, Emily, it's time to figure out what you actually want to do. And this brings me to the final sign. Number 3. In the middle of all of this, I went to a program called the Dream Share Project, which was this little event on campus where they screened a film where these 2 young filmmakers showed all of these people who work across the country doing things they love. Some of it was kind of cheesy, but during it they had us write down stuff like things we wanted to be as a kid, what we would want our obituary to read, and it got me thinking, like, can I really see myself working in this field for the rest of my life? Like, yeah, of course, I still like space things and all kinds of clean renewable energy and tech, but I've been lying to myself about how much I like math and physics. So I took a bunch of those personality tests like Myers-Briggs that I've honestly taken hundreds of times before, but this time I really paid attention to what the results are trying to tell me. So I looked at that little list of characteristics and possible careers, and I went through and I tried to find something that would allow me to do a lot of the things I'm interested in instead of just one narrow category. And I also looked for something that was a little more flexible and would allow me to add a minor, because that's something that engineering wasn't really going to give me the opportunity to do. So I talked to my family, talked to my friends, talked to advisors, and talked to the people who were in that major that I was thinking of, and I made the switch. Whew. I'll be honest with you guys, I was kind of scared to make that change, because I can be one of those people that's really stubborn about commitments and doesn't want to quit things, but the more I think about it, I'm so much happier and so relieved. So even if I don't have everything completely figured out, I'm confident that I've made a step in the right direction and that I'm on the path to finding out what I'm truly passionate about. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've been in a position like this recently, hopefully some of these things I said and the signs might help you sort out your thoughts a little bit. That's all for now. See you guys soon, and goodbye! And